Focus. We live in a world that glorifies grit, even when it's grinding us down. Research shows most people stay in bad jobs or broken relationships 2 years longer than they should, just to avoid the shame of quitting. But quitting isn't weakness. It's wisdom in motion, the art of walking away from what's draining your soul, to make room for what deserves your energy. You're watching Fruity Wisdom, where we break free from outdated rules and choose growth over guilt. Subscribe if you're ready to quit what's holding you back. Quitting has been painted as failure. We're told to never give up, even when what we're chasing no longer feels right. But persistence without purpose isn't strength, it's stagnation. The truth is, not everything you start is meant to be finished. Some paths were only meant to teach you the courage to change direction. And quitting isn't closing a door, it's opening a better one. Because sometimes, moving forward begins with the bravery to walk away. There's a story about a mountain climber who refused to turn back, even as a storm closed in. Everyone else descended, but he pushed on. He reached the top, but frostbitten, broken, and nearly dead. He didn't fail because he quit. He suffered because he didn't. That's the lesson. Knowing when to stop isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do isn't hold on, it's let go before it costs you everything. You see it everywhere. The student who keeps chasing a degree they no longer care about. The employee grinding in a job that drains their soul. The person forcing love that's already left the room. Different stories, same fear, the fear of being labeled a quitter. But quitting isn't the opposite of winning. It's the opposite of wasting. Think of it like pruning a tree. You don't cut the branch because you hate it. You cut it so the rest can grow stronger. That's what quitting does. It makes space for what's meant to thrive. Life isn't about endless endurance. It's about intentional energy, knowing where to give it and when to reclaim it. Here's the truth that stings. Sometimes the thing that once felt right stops being right. And we stay, not out of love, but out of loyalty to an old version of ourselves. We mistake consistency for character. But character isn't staying stuck, it's having the self-awareness to say, this chapter has served its purpose. The pain of quitting is temporary. The pain of staying too long is forever. So how do you know when quitting is the right move? First, check your energy. Are you exhausted or expanded by this? Energy doesn't lie. Next, ask what you're afraid of losing. If it's only approval, comfort, or image, that's not a reason to stay. Finally, reframe quitting as choosing. You're not running away from something, you're running toward alignment. When you quit the wrong thing, you create room for the right one to begin. And if you want to go deeper into knowing when to quit with confidence, these books will shift your mindset completely. Start with The Dip by Seth Godin. It teaches when to push through and when to walk away. Then Essentialism by McKeown, a guide to focusing on what truly matters. And The Subtle Art of Not Giving a FK by Manson, a refreshing reminder that quitting some battles is how you win the war. So here's your challenge. Think of one thing in your life that's draining more than it's giving. One path, one goal, one habit that no longer feels like you. Now ask yourself, am I staying because it's right, or just because I'm scared to leave? Remember, quitting isn't the end of your story. It's how you make space for a better one. This is Fruity Wisdom, reminding you, walking away isn't giving up. It's growing up. Because sometimes, quitting isn't losing. It's how you finally win your life back.